morning, y'all. It is a crisp and cool Sunday morning here in Illinois, and I am en route to some woods that has a creek in it, and hopefully some deer sheds in it as well. Going to be spending the first half of the day out there wandering around, looking for cool stuff, kind of exploring, checking it out, just getting outside of the house, moving around. Like always, the coffee is piping hot. It's about, I think, 6:30, February 23rd, 2026. Yeah, I got a nice little drive ahead of me. Kind of wish I would have got up a little bit earlier, but that bed was nice and warm, and it was hard to leave the bed today. And it's going to be a beautiful morning wandering around the hardwoods of Illinois. Stay tuned. Alright, so the creeks are mainly froze over, so we're focusing mainly on these gravel bars. Just kind of scanning, looking for stuff that should not be there. Just different colored materials, a lot of whites, blues, reds, oranges, pinks. That's like the main colors of a lot of the shirts that was used in this area. Whether natural color or they would throw them in fire to kind of heat treat it to make the nappability a lot easier. I'm kind of scanning this gravel bar, just looking for stuff, fossils, artifacts, anything that tickles my fancy. And today I'm crouched over and my back's gonna be hurting. My back's gonna be hurting. I mean, the ice could probably still hold me. We've had a lot of thaws and refreezes this last week. If I go back to this footage, ooh, see, that's kind of like what you see. You see kind of something odd shaped, white colored. It's probably nothing, but that kind of got my attention at first. So that point, I was like, oh boy, we're already on. Oh damn, my coffee. That's kind of like what you're looking for, is just the odd shapes, just some weird looking stuff. And even like these little gravel bars in the creeks to kind of gather and collect some of the bigger materials. Lots of erosion going on right here, exposing all the tree roots. It's pretty cool. And here's some red-winged blackbirds as well. All right, like how I said earlier in the car, this is just like a little woods session. Walking around, see what I can find. Walking creeks, field edges, deep in the timber, bedding areas, just finding woodland treasures. Probably be out here for maybe 4 hours, just kind of 4 or 5 hours, I don't know. Might walk till noon. Lots of leaf litter still on the gravel bars, mainly because it's still February. We haven't had our big torrential spring gully washers, but you still see kind of odd stuff poking out. Definitely a chert of some sorts, but I'm not sure if that's a something that was brought here by glaciers or something that was brought here by man. Pretty looking rock though, kind of just popped. The sun was hitting it just right. Now that's a hideout. Oh, it's on a super steep embankment, but damn, that's so cool. One of my biggest fantasies is to be walking these creeks or any type of place that's heavily eroded and seeing like a big mammoth tusk just sticking out of that embankment. That would be insane. Alright, there's the first find of the morning. Nice little crinoid fossil. Crinoids are pretty sweet. They call them sea lilies. They were basically invertebrates that lived on the bottom of the Cambrian seafloor. And they were so common. And they were all over the earth at the time, so that's why you find them all over. Big old massive cottonwood tree. I'd make a good canoe if I was a 19th century fur trapper. Alright, sun's out. The good is that it's going to be warming up, and the bad is it casts some gnarly shadows on the rocks, and it makes it hard to kind of really see a lot of stuff, and you miss a lot of stuff. But that's what makes you a better rock pounder. Straining those eyeballs, studying every gravel bar from different angles and such. It's a big ass femur bone, I think, frozen in the ice. It's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe 8 inches. So this white thing kind of caught my eye. Because it's wood. Even trying to find sheds in grass that is very similar color to the antlers can be difficult, but sometimes you can kind of catch that glare and spot one. Following this trail, just finding some old small rubs. Just gonna see where this takes me. All right, little bird update. With it being February, middle of February, we're starting to see a lot of birds migrating back through here, and I'm hearing a lot of red-winged blackbirds, which to me is always that sound of spring and summertime. Some of my earliest memories are fishing with my dad and hearing those things. And it's in the middle of summertime. You're sitting on a john boat, hearing that water kind of lapping against that lemon boat, and then hearing those red-winged blackbirds kind of do like that chirp. But I've seen lots of cardinals, a lot of blue jays. Saw a Downey's woodpecker, which was the first one I've seen so far. A lot of common grackles, some cowbirds, some crows. Just a good mix of everything. I love February. I just have become a huge fan of every single month. I know some people just thrive for summertime, kind of just are cooped up all winter, but I love seeing this slow progress of change, because not even a month ago we weren't seeing as many birds in the area. Now we're starting to see more birds, a lot more snow geese, more specks. You're starting to see some type of trees bud. You're just seeing the seasonal changes and the new regrowth. It's like the pre-regrowth. Like we're in the middle of the fall right now. And February is a great month because you can go out and do some small game hunting, you can trap, shoot snow geese, and also you can hang out inside and put on a western and put some chili mac in the crock pot. I love it. It's basically like fossilized mud, like dried up mud. If it wasn't so frozen. When I first started finding this stuff, I thought, I was like, oh my God, is that like a dinosaur skin? But it wasn't. Now what the frick is this? mean, the color's right. You can see some flaking like right here, but just it looks thin enough. But it's frozen in the ground. I don't want to put too much pressure on it in case it snaps. I might have to put some water on it. Kind of looks like a broken tip of something. Damn, dude. I don't want to snap this thing any. I have to put some water on it. All right, put some water on it. Kind of broke it loose. Moment of truth. I think it's just a flake, but ah, shit. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. It had me going. I initially saw this walnut shell, thought it was like a brachiopod. I look over and I see this thing, which is definitely a fossil of some sorts. This might be, oh, that's definitely part of a brachiopod shell. It's a small broken bit. It's pretty cool. I know it's nothing, but I kind of see this cool looking, cool colored rock. I want to see if I can get underneath there and take a look at it. That is cool. These things do pop in the sun. I love finding these little snails or mollusks, wherever they are. Just random. We got such cool geometry on these things. I wonder where he's at. Probably buried underneath some leaves or some mud or something for the winter. Here's some bone. The wrong kind though. Oh, that's frozen, but I want to know what good old boy was drinking a Anheuser-Busch back in the day. Please don't litter though. Glad he didn't. All right, legend has it is if you find a balloon, there should be a shed nearby. Let's see if I can prove that to be true. I don't know if you can see it, but there's something poking up right there. No freaking way, dude. No freaking way. Dude, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god, dude, I got so jacked. Dude, look how delusional that is. Oh my god. You want that, dude? I'm kind of butthurt about that branch, because from where I was at, all I saw was like two little forked tines sticking up. I'm like, oh my god, dude. It's right there. Like a pot of gold. At the end of the rainbow, but it wasn't. I got bamboozled. All right, I'm on top of a kind of a big bluff. It was a nice little lake burner, but now I think I'll take a little breakfast break because I am starving, and some good old-fashioned oats is what is going to be on the menu this morning. So I got my cup, got my lighter because my Jetboil's igniter's all broke. Got the JB, I love that thing. Use it year round. So I got 2 packs of Purely Elizabeth. Not sure what's so great about Elizabeth, but it's classic cinnamon. That one's picking up though. I'll make sure that there are no Widowmakers right above me, at least that I can tell. Nothing really like directly overhead or within falling range. This is embarrassing. God damn. Bunch of mud got in my water, but God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. While I'm out here, I might as well do a little reading. This is, I just started this yesterday. It's called Lincoln's New Salem, and it's about New Salem, which was a settlement or a village that Abraham Lincoln lived for a couple of years. Yeah, 1831 to 1837. It was just south of the Sangamon River and north of Springfield, Illinois. And he kind of has like his formidable years there as a young man. And it's a good quick little read. I think I'm on page 30 already, and it's like 150 some pages, maybe 160, but it's freaking awesome. It's kind of just going over the layout of New Salem and how it got its start and all that good stuff. But very good book. I think it came out in 1932, 33, 34 by this guy, Ben P. Thomas. She's getting there. So quick little animal count. I have seen 2 squirrels, 1 rabbit, various songbirds, no deer, no turkeys. Kind of spitballing how much water I gotta add here. That's hot. Use 2 packets of oats. Maybe, kind of like my oats a little runny. I don't like them to the point where it's like you're chewing on sawdust. That's good consistency right there for a cinnamon and oat. Let's put that lid over there and let it kind of just steep and brew. Let it do its thing for a little bit as I kind of pick up. Now that's a freaking good cup of oatmeal. I should have brought some blueberries or some honey, but that's the stuff right there, buddy. I'll keep you warm for a little bit. I feel like this camera angle keeps getting steeper and steeper, but taste test. That's fire. Something to stick to your ribs when it's nice and nippy out here. And they were saying how in Illinois in those frontier times, traveling in the springtime was very hard because of the vast river system and the tributaries and the creeks. And at that time, there was no established bridges or trails or anything of the sort. So if you were in a town like New Salem, which is kind of secluded, and it did rain and the streams did swell, getting around would be quite difficult, especially with horse and buggy. So the use of canoes was very popular. And then they said at one time a steamboat traveled from the Ohio River to the Mississippi, north to the Illinois River, then north to the Sangamon River, which would eventually get to Springfield, Illinois. So that's crazy that a steam-powered boat went that far and that upstream. I love it. Dude, this is sick. It's like you got a big bolt in that one, railroad tie in that one. Another railroad tie. Good lord, that is badass, dude. I hope whoever put the work in hanging a stand here shot some deer. Lawless. Alright guys, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. I've been out here probably about 5 hours wandering around. Beautiful morning, beautiful hike, got some good exercise, saw some cool stuff. Even though I'm not taking home anything, I am leaving with a huge smile and just super grateful to have the health and ability to tromp around the hardwoods and the creeks and tall grasses for a couple hours without a worry in the world. I mean, this is a place where I come to kind of reset and re-ground myself. So I can see my car. I'm gonna load up, hydrate, and put on some good tunes and get on home. Thanks for coming along on an adventure. Until next time, see y'all.